Next, we have Lisa Auer, who is our FLTI program coordinator. It's a Family Leadership Training Institute, and she's going to tell you a little bit about FLTI. And we have a wonderful guest here with us today who's going to give her personal experience for her and her family, Queen. So, Lisa, come on up.
Get to switch this up a little, Mike. So, hi, my name's Lisa, and I am honored and privileged to be the site coordinator alongside Laura Bajadas for FLTI program through Larimer County Extension. FLTI this year for 2020 would not be possible without the support of Larimer County CSU Extension, Larimer County, and our community partners, Bohemian Foundation, the City of Fort Collins, as well as La Familia, the Family Center. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is FLTI, the Family Leadership Training Institute? Well, FLTI is a 20-week-long civic engagement and leadership course. It's also part of a national initiative that seeks to equip family and community leaders with knowledge and skills they need to support their engagement with systems at the individual, family, community, and policy levels. How does this happen? It happens through a 20-week curriculum. Here in Larimer County, we start with a retreat in January, and then we have phase 1, which is 10 weeks long, and we meet once a week. And this first phase is really to understand your own leadership development, as well as understand community and how you're involved with it. Our second phase of the next 10 weeks is really understanding policy and the civic process. So during this time, we take all the participants down to the Capitol to be a part of the legislative process, to watch it happen, and also learn about the policies that are being integrated into Colorado today. Each person also completes a civic or community project. So what makes FLTI unique? Well, as you can see here, we're looking at a snapshot of the race and ethnicity demographics of our FLTI participants since 2010, since the class has been held, compared to Larimer County. You can see here that FLTI of Larimer County is more representative of many different cultures and races within our community. And in doing so, we are bringing voices of historically underrepresented populations to the table when we're looking at policy making. Also unique is the demographic snapshot when we look at education and income levels. As you can see here, household income varies across the board. So does education attainment and opportunity for education. Why is this important? When you're talking about local and community issues, you really want people to be at the table with different lived experiences. With those different lived experiences, people are able to talk about issues that are affecting people directly and able to have a conversation where they might be coming from a different background. So this year in 2020, we said, who are we missing? Actually, this started about 2 years ago. Who's missing at the table? Well, we recognize that we have a large monolingual Spanish-speaking community members who often voices aren't heard. This year, we're proud to say that we are offering FLTI and the Language Justice English-Spanish model. What is language justice? Language justice is the idea that not one language overpowers another when you're talking about important issues within the room. What does that look like? Well, we have one facilitator that facilitates in Spanish and another facilitator who facilitates in English. All the curriculum is in both languages. Everybody in the classroom wears a headset. And when the facilitator facilitating in Spanish is up, the interpreter will be interpreting in English into the headset. When the facilitator who facilitates in English is up, the interpreter will be interpreting into Spanish into the headset. This way we look at that language barriers. We found that language barriers, removing language barriers, equalize power dynamics and build strong community for social and racial justice. And I do have to say, we just kicked off our retreat for the first time, and I had an individual come up to me afterwards and say, They had no idea the wealth of information and knowledge that was within that classroom. We also talked about community civic projects. As you can see here, this is a snapshot of what our 2019 graduates' community and civic projects were about. 52% looked at networking and social supports, 70% advocacy and public awareness, and 30% were empowering marginalized groups. You might ask, what is a community project? Well, up here you can see Joaquin and Sage. They are 2019 graduates. It's a little off, but their project is titled the OG, the Original Garden. They created, at Laughing Bug Farms, which is a nonprofit here, they took their time, energy, and created raised garden beds so that people with disabilities would be able to access and garden, as well as older adults who cannot garden on a floor level. Another project that we have is Gail Engel. She's a 2014 graduate of our FLTI program. It's cut up, but it is called the Grand Family Coalition. Some of you might know or have worked with her in the past. That was her project in 2014. She recognized a need in our family, being a grandparent raising her grandchildren, and created that project, and it's still in existence today and serving our community. So now I want to introduce you to an incredible woman and advocate for our community on equity. She graduated in the class in 2018 with her 3 sons beside her. She currently serves on the Early Childhood Council of Larimer County's board, the Family Voice Council for Colorado. She is the chair of the Healthy Larimer Committee, serves on the Colorado Advisory Board, and also the School Accountability Committee and District Advisory Board. She is also the founder of New Eyes Community Village, which was her community project as she took FLTI, and also Queen's Legacy Foundation. Please welcome Queen, an incredible advocate for equity here in Larimer County.
Okay, well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Let me start off by saying my name is Queen. Though in the FLTI program, I was Deidre Johnson. That just goes to show you that there is true transformation in this FLTI program. I wanted to write something really great for you guys and have it out like I usually do, but as I learn to mix and mingle with really good people, I was at the governor's office last night talking to some state and House representatives about health equity and what it is that my nonprofit is doing. So please, my apologies for me just winging it right now. So FLTI, in my experience, it was amazing. It was at a time when my sons and I were having some trivial things going on personally and in our community, and we needed something different. We don't have the privilege to lash out, and we were actually getting tired of just being at home, talking amongst ourselves. So when we were offered the FLTI program, I thought it was a great idea for each of us to show one another who we are as leaders in our own right. The 20-week program proved to be a little difficult at first because I can tell that a lot of my classmates had questions about my family and I, because as we know, Larimer County is not as diverse as we would like, so it was different, but I also had a lot of questions for my classmates as well when it came to different privileges. Thank you. When it came to different privileges. So it was a really good give and take on learning and building healthy relationships and building that community. During these 20 weeks, I was introduced to some amazing facilitators. One was Jessie Mae Hendrickson. she did leave and moved to Texas. And one of the quotes that she gave me upon leaving was for me to pick my battles. When I started, when I was Deidre Johnson, I'm from Brooklyn. I was snapping my fingers and I was whipping my neck because I needed to be heard. And nobody was hearing me. And FLTI gave me the tools and the equipment and the confidence that I needed to do just that. And I tell you what, if I send out an email right now, I'm gonna get an email back really quick, because I always started out with, my name is Queen and I'm a family leader from Larimer County. And they respect that. They respect family leaders, they respect community leaders, and they respect my passion. Another thing I wanted to say about the family leadership training program was that a lot of my classmates were looking to help low-income families. And I was looking to help more of the marginalized families. And there's a difference, people, I have to tell you. But that's what New Eyes Community Connection Center and New Eyes Village and Queens Legacy Foundation was founded for. They gave me the confidence to be the founder of my own nonprofits. Wasn't easy, but I did it. And we are collaborative with this community, and we are looking for our community to be collaborative with us as well, so we can learn you and you can learn us. We are a community within a community, but we want to be one community. So I really look forward to that. I've met amazing people on this journey through FLTI, Claire being one of them. I met, I believe he was Senator Kafalis at the time, on the floor at the Capitol when we were FLTI students. He was an amazing man, gave us some really good insight as it is we needed to do. And I'm excited to be a part of your community, representing Larimer County and my Black community and my children's lineage and future. I can't really think of nothing else but to say thank you, and yeah, go FLTI.
That was incredible, Queen. Thank you. I was so moved I forgot that I had to come back up here and talk again. I was absorbing the moment, so thank you.